Hello friends. In this video we will be discussing about the concept of string handling functions in C programming language. There are some predefined functions given by the developer so that we can able to manipulate the strings, we can able to work with the strings. So what are those functions? We try to understand today. So first of all, the first basic function is strcat. Now strcat stands for string concatenation. So concatenation means we know that it is used to join two different strings. So strcat function is used to join two different strings. Now once we look at the syntax, so we know that the name of the function is strcat. This will take two arguments, the first argument and the second argument. Both are strings. Now, if you are not comfortable with pointers, then you might wonder that what is this? What is this character and star? So this is known as character pointer. So this is almost equivalent to character array and used to declare a string. So whenever we need to work with a string, what we can do? We can go with character array. But another way is also there, we can go with character pointer. So here the purpose of character pointer is that it represents a string. So it means that strcat function will take two parameters and both the parameters are strings. So this is string 1, this is string 2. And this strcat returns the string. It also returns the string. So here, since we have seen this is used to join two strings, what will happen? So we assume here that we have declared two strings. The first string, that is character str1 of 10, means str1 is one of the string we have declared and the value of that string is join. str2 and the value of that string is string. Now strcat, once I have written strcat, I am passing two parameters, and finally the value of the second string will be added into the first string. So what will happen? We assume that suppose this is str1, right? There are 10 different locations available. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now str1 of 10 is joined. So already join is already there, correct? Now strcat means string concat. What it does? It will add the content of the second string or the second argument into the first argument, or we can say the content of the second string will be copied or will be added to the first string. So the content of the second string is what? String. So that will be added to str1. So now in str1, this is str1, right? So in that, now join is already there. After that, immediately after that, string, this is added. So now after performing this strcat operation, your str1 is what? That is join string, join string. So here you can see that you can have the output join string. So very simple, it is used to concate two strings, that is strcat. Now next comes is strcpy, that is used to copy the string. So what will happen? The value of the second string, will be copied on the first string. Value on the second string will be copied on the first string. So let's take an example. Here we have join and second string is string. Now once we execute this operation strcpy str1 str2, so the content of str2 is string that will be copied on join. So suppose we assume that Suppose this is my str1, correct, and the value of str1 is join. But when we execute this statement strcpy, the content of the second string will be overwritten or will be copied on string 1. So now s will be written over here, t will be written over here, r, I, n, g. So join will be replaced by string. So your output is the second string, that is string. Now here it may possible, suppose str1 equals to string and str2 equals to join, then what will be the output? Because here we have 6 characters, here we have 4 characters. What will happen? So here also answer will be what? Join. Okay. So what will happen? string and join. So this each character will be stored in these positions. But now what about n and g? So this will become none. Okay. So we can say that in strcpy the second string will be copied on the first string regardless of the length of the string. So this is string copy. Now next comes, that is strcmp, that is to compare two strings. If we need to check whether both the strings are equal or not, both the strings are same or not, so for that we have this function strcmp. Now it returns integer, it returns integer. So how it returns integer? Let's take an example. Suppose str1 is abc, so here abc, and second string is a, b and d. Now what will happen, or how strcmp will work? In strcmp, it will take the first character of both the strings first and perform the subtraction. So the first character of str1 is a, first character of str2 is a. So a minus a gives you 0. Now if the result is 0, then it will take the second character from both the strings. So that gives you what? B minus b, that gives you 0. Now if the difference is 0, then again the process will be continued. So it will take the third character, that is c. Here it is c and the second string it is d. So c minus d is what? That is minus 1. Now you might have wondered that how it is 0 or minus 1. So here this a minus a, b minus b, c minus d, it is all in the capacity of ASCII values. It will be done in the form of ASCII. So here the ASCII of capital A is 65. So ultimately when you perform a minus a, that is actually what? 65 minus 65, that gives you 0. In the case of c minus d, so that is 67 minus 68, because ASCII of c is 67 and ASCII of d is 68. So that gives you minus 1. So after perform, since here we are getting value other than 0, then your operation of comparison will be terminated over here, and the value which we have received other than 0 will be given back to the integer variable. So minus 1 will be given to the val. So the now variable val is what? Minus 1. For example, we take another example here. Suppose S1 is ABCD and S2 is ACBD. Okay. So now as per rule, it will take the first character of both the strings. So that is A minus A gives you 0. Now it will take the second character, that is B minus C, that gives you minus 1. Now what will happen? Here we have received the value which is non-zero. So once we are getting non-zero value, we will not be comparing remaining two characters. Why? Because here we have not received 0. It means that both the characters are different in both the strings. So whatever the value we have received other than 0, that will be given back to the variable and your operation gets terminated. Now we'll take another example. Now suppose here S1 equals to AB C, ns2 equals to abc. So now what will happen? A minus a 0, b minus b 0, c minus c 0. Now for all the three characters we have received 0, and now no more character exists in any of the string. So the final value, which is what? Which is 0. So that 0 will be given to this well. Now how we can say that both the strings are same? So when the value of this particular variable is 0, then we can say both the strings are same. And if the value of this particular variable is any value other than 0, then we can say that both the strings are not same. So this is how we can use this strcmp function to check out whether the strings are same or different. Okay, now we move further. Now fourth basic function is strlen, that is string length. So it gives the length of the string. It will take only one argument, and that is one string. Here also it returns what? It returns integer. It returns integer. It will return the length of the string. So now in this particular case we have string 1, that is hello. We have written strlen and we have passed str1 as an argument. So now the length of this particular string is what? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 5 characters in a string, so that the length will be 5. So the value of this particular length variable will be 5. So you can see here in output we can able to have length equals to 5. Suppose for example I am taking one another string like college. I'm entering the value of str1 is college. So you can check out what will be the length. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So here the length value will be 7. So these are very basic string handling functions which are already available with the compiler itself. So we need not to write the definition of it. We simply can use this available predefined string handling functions. So I hope you understood the concept. For any doubt, you can write me on shikshansetu@gmail.com. Thank you for watching the video.